I do like this map though. I just want to zoom out and see more of it. You get to see so little because you really realize how big these caves are. Like some of these caves are like the sizes of biomes, because like I marveled when I was up in my coral area how if I upgraded the thing I could see into the neighboring biomes and see so far away. When I was in that area under the floating island, I could see all the way over into the giant nightmare crab squid cave. But here, it feels like all I'm seeing is like the next room of the same biome and the place I was just in. It doesn't feel, it feels like the map isn't going as far as it was before, but that's unlikely. It's unlikely that there's any change. It's much more likely that there's just simply, it's much more likely that just this area is so massive despite being indoors. I like my one window. It points at the one noteworthy thing in the area. You get to look at the creatures swimming around. Oh, right. Speaking of those guys, we did make some new discoveries while we were in that zone. Look at you, the lava lizard. That's weird. It looks like it has the magma right on its back. Medium-sized predator adapted for life in volcanic regions and remarkably able to spit molten rocks at its foes. Oh, is that what I saw it do when it was fighting the other thing? Although it was fighting the things that suck energy out of stuff, though, I feel like those things might not be damaged by lava in the first place. In fact, lava is a weird weapon to use in an environment where presumably the creatures in the area are kind of, you know, evolved to deal with the lava, otherwise they'd be in trouble. Four mounted mandibles. Designed to do maximum damage to prey, sharp internal teeth tear through flesh and bone alike. Scar tissue. Likely due to regular exposure to magma, lava lizards build up a thick layer of scar tissue over time, which enables them to withstand even greater temperatures inside and out. Behavior. It is able to both defend itself by burying its body in magma, and to go on the offensive by spitting molten rock at its foes. Assessment: avoid, especially in the presence of lava flow. It's our new carnivore. Got a large herbivore. Let's do my alternating plan, though, where I go back and forth between the two, so I can just, you know, get through the backlog at some point. Oh, the bulbbush. These things are weird. This aquatic species has evolved to grow in deep, sandy environments and to conserve its hydration levels against relatively extreme external temperatures. The root system can fragment the shale rock it grows on to form a deep anchor point, allowing predators to graze but not easily uproot the entire plant. This grazing will tend to dislodge parts of the plant, and each section is capable of growing into a fully formed adult plant, explaining the concentrations of bulbbushes in some parts of the world. Edible in small quantities, high water content. Oh. You can use it to eat with. Interesting. Yeah, that's one of the weird things about plants in general is that they're just evolved to be eaten in many cases. There's so many plants that have a series of things like fruits and seeds and nuts and other elements that are just designed to be eaten, and the process of eating them leads to them spreading like a virus. Not like a virus, but you know. The other thing we saw was the crimson ray. One of the largest rays on the planet, displaying generally docile behavior. Thick scaling. Scales on the skin protect this ray from extreme temperatures, allowing it to survive in areas unpopulated by competing scavengers. Forward-mounted eye sockets. Suggests a predatory evolutionary history left behind long ago. That's an interesting mention, yeah. When the eyes are on the front, that usually makes them an attacker. Because you have front-facing eyes to focus on your prey and lock onto them and have good depth perception and so on and so forth. Whereas creatures that have eyes in weird other directions often are more reactionary. They're waiting for something to come after them, and so they're trying to be aware of those and notice those kinds of attacks happening. Drooping yeah, I went too long without reading about this thing. After it made an entire level I had to play through in that Degassi area. It's the bizarre jellyfish-like creatures that anchored to land or something? The drooping stinger. Zero photosynthetic cells detected. Implies carnivorous adaptation to low-light environments. Follicles along the tentacles are capable of detecting contact with foreign bodies, triggering an electromagnetic charge in the 600-watt range. Prey is likely to, paralyzed and consumed over many weeks. That's terrifying. So it eats small fish. Avoid it. Ugh. So it anchors to a point and it hangs down and it glows, and creatures are attracted to its glow and are paralyzed and consumed. It's like the ocean equivalent of like stuff like the like a Venus flytrap, or that one thing that the Pokemon Victory Bell is based on, which is like a weird cup that just has there's this horrifying plant that is just a weird cup-shaped leaf that has this sweet nectary stuff in a pool inside of it, and the smell attracts insects, and the insects will try to crawl in and they'll fall in, and then they'll just they'll get all covered in the gunk inside of it, and all the outside walls are so slippery and smooth that they can't crawl back out, and they'll just sit there and digest in the acids inside of the plant, and just there. I don't know, something about it's even more distressing, because like Venus flytrap at least has a mouth that bites and everything. Like, it doesn't really bite, but it closes around them, and like it's at least relatable on some level as an organism that has a mouth. I'm like, okay, that thing has a mouth, I get it. It doesn't really have a normal mouth because it doesn't have a throat or anything. It's just a weird fold that closes on it. So conceptually it works the same way ish, in that it just inside of the leaf itself it digests the creature. But the one that's just an open fucking cavity that stuff falls into and dies is way more terrifying to me for some reason. I think I've also heard that can digest larger things, and you know, like non-insects, like smaller rodents or birds and stuff like that. I'm like, Jesus. I mean, for satisfaction's sake, let's just finish off this whole category. Cave bush, a purple luminescent species which grows well on hardy terrain away from sunlight. It specializes in not growing in sunlight areas, huh? An odd one. There we go. Now we're down to 9. Is there anything else I want to do here? You charged already? Damn. They go fast. They go fast. Yeah, that was the original reason well, first I made the base for the scanners, then I was like, well, we should have power chargers here. And then I realized, we should have, we need a moon bay. Let's see. And if you're bothered that we just spent this much time on this, well, good news. We might be done with that. I don't know how realistically we're ever going to have to deal with that kind of stuff ever again. My power is going down. You son of a bitch. There's another one on there. How'd you find me? I thought you were all gone. Oh well, we're ready to go, right? So yeah, there's not much need to take care of it right now, because I'm about to get covered in them. Alright, so pro tip, don't go super fast or the whole thing catches on fire, and that's really bad. This is the wrong place to check. There's one last thing I want to check on, which is the Cyclops Mark III depth upgrade. Increases safe diving depth considerably, does not stack. Oh shit. How do I upgrade you? I'm in the Cyclops. I'll tell you the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna deconstruct that thing. I'm gonna move it right over here for the purpose of being able to do it as fast as possible, that's for sure. And I'm gonna save first, because that's terrifying. So it is a Mark II. I do need to make Mark III. Let's double check the requirement for that. I'm hoping that whatever it requires I can just get down there. Yeah, play steel and get 3 kyanite. Yep. So we'll do that on the fly. I'll go down there and get the kyanite, and we'll craft it when we get there. So that should be easy enough. The concern is whether or not I can do it on the fly, or whether I need to that would suck. I'm really hoping I don't have to go all the way back up to a safe distance and then pull it out. That would really suck. If I could just really quickly upgrade it and then throw it back in, that'd be very nice. We'll see. God, I hate you guys. At least it's not right in my face this time, but Yeah, them being on the window is uncomfortable. I can kind of appreciate that it's useful somewhat how they do that, because if them showing up like that at least lets me visibly see them. Like that's useful for the player, being able to see them coming and being on the window as a reminder, so you know to investigate that. Especially since a lot of players may not be proactive about scanning them like I did, so you might not know what they are. You might just be like, ew, whatever. I don't think it's gonna get me. Like that's my first reaction. I'm like, ugh. Well, I don't really want to go in the water now, but it doesn't seem like it's doing any, like it's gonna get me or anything. It looks like a filter feeder with more teeth, admittedly. Not a comfortable sight, but it looks like it's probably like... Filter feeder is probably not the right thing to call it. What do you call the, what do I call those creatures? Yeah. That was a tiny-ass fish. Why was it so loud? I'm thinking of the sucker fish. The fish that like suction, that you, when you go to like an aquarium, they're like suctioned onto the goddamn glass. Really creepy when they start trying to feed off of other fish. I went to my brother was trying to buy fish because he makes terrariums and stuff like that, and things like and enclosures and aquariums and stuff like that. So he was buying fish, and when I was looking at the fish, I just saw like there was a whole tank full of fish, you know, just fish, whatever. I think the one I was looking at might have been clownfish, but I don't really remember. And then there was one of those guys, the ones that are normally like they're supposed to be good because they clean your tank and everything. Like it was like they'd be suction cupped onto the walls and so on and so forth. But then one of them started just like harassing all the other fish. Like it kept grabbing onto fish and like sucking on them, and I'm like, oh, I don't like looking at that. That's creepy. Like I guess it's feeding off of whatever might be on the other fish, like stuff that gathers on them. So it's like it might even be useful that it's cleaning the other ones technically. But it's just really unnerving to look at, like it just clinging to other fish, grabbing on. Where's that warper? I saw that over there and kind of wanted it, but I don't want to be in warper range that badly. It's over there.
Engine powering down.
How many of them are on me now? Oh, just the two. Alright, back to it. I really hope he's not about to get me. How close was he? He sounded... Oh, he was close. Does he see me? Oh, he super sees me. Fuck you. No, like... I was gonna say that teleporter sounded really loud. I think if you attack them, they'd run away. For a little while. Hopefully long enough for me to get this copper. I'm running low on copper. Need more copper, more titanium, and more kyanite. And then we just need to explore the zone and look for the thermal station or whatever. Whatever it said in the alien document was the next place to check out. It was like a thermal hub, thermal gathering station, thermal plant. It actually probably was just called a thermal plant like the one I make. But for aliens, so it's like a weird cube that makes no sense. Why do alien structures have to be absurd, is what I'm wondering. Like when I was in... Like, what was that sound? I don't know, making alien structures so bizarre kind of feels like a failure of imagination. In particular, I find that the insides of the alien structures are super boring. By which I mean mundane. They're normal. They're human. The insides of the structures look completely like what we would look like, make stuff look like. There's just normal floors and catwalks and rails and staircases and whatnot. But the outside's a bizarre mishmash of crazy. It looks like some of the crystal structures for like, I don't know, Galena or whatever. And stuff like that. But the outside, why does the outside look absurd, but then the inside's completely human looking, basically? Like, why? That's a bizarre, like, it makes it feel like the outside's just crazy looking because it's alien. But then also contradictorily, like, they didn't follow through with the inside looking absurd. It's just slightly weird. I forgot why I started on this thought process. But yeah, I'm just thinking about how the next place I'm going to go to is going to look absurd too, I guess. Like, the anchor arms make sense, because there are arms that anchor to things to hold it in place. In underwater and whatnot. I just don't get why the structure itself is a crazy, wacky-ass shape. There's more copper there. I don't usually need that much copper, though. I think that'll keep me going for a while. That little boost I just gave myself. There are so many of them. I can see them in every direction. There's more uranium, but I'm not really using uranium so far. There's the kyanite I need for my depth upgrade. That's going to be thrilling. You guys get to see whether or not my whole vehicle's going to explode or not. That was just a manta ray, right? Saw floppy flesh off to the side and it got a little spooked. Warper. Not here. What was that? Is that just the sound of the local thing? You making exploding sounds at me? There's 3 of them on me now. Not the biggest concern ever. Warper was right here. Like, maybe I should just deal with him and go for it. I don't know. There's another warper over there too. Like, every other direction I check has another warper. Jesus. There's so many warpers around here, I feel like I'm just gonna have to deal with the warpers as a thing. Where's my internal light source button? It's just not here. I was gonna turn off the internal lights. Alright, so let's try you. So my goal is to get kyanite. You're attacking my ship, aren't you? Whoa, the whole thing's moving. Dude, calm down. Okay, cut that out. Cut that out. Dude, you're like dedicated to fighting me, aren't you? Die! 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 I clung to him directly. That was fun. And absurd. Run away! I'm attacking you. Ow, by the way. Shit, I took some damage. Alright. My quest to get kyanite has had mixed results so far. Are you back already? I attacked you. Run away. I was hoping that'd be more effective. I got him for a bit. That was fun. Messed up that warper. Kill my pretty. I need that kyanite, pretty. I didn't get none of the kyanite. That was a complete failure of a trip. I want to go out there with suboptimal health, though. It was already half dead. I'm not losing my prawn suit. I've upgraded the crap out of it, and it wasn't. I don't remember it being that cheap to make in the first place either. On 100. Come on, yeah. All right, let's go mess up the warper again, probably. Oh, the warper's in the cave over there. I was like, I don't see the warper. I guess we're good. Is he gonna come here? Die. I like the word. It makes, like, kind of screams. Did it go back in the cave? Where'd it go? There it is again. Ah, go away. I will mess you up. I have a drill arm. Hearing things I don't want to hear. No. What? What? Didn't get pulled out of it. Did he warp the entire thing? I'm always looking out for leviathans. Never in a good mood about that. Oh, there's 2 of them in this area? Nope. 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 Yeah. Get in there. Give me a second. I need to heal me now. That's not where my healing kits are, evidently. Where are my healing kits? They're in a miscellaneous one, aren't they? The ones I've forgotten the contents of. A lot of fire hydrants there. There we go. Pretty sure I could have accessed my inventory while I was in there, too. So 2 of them were local. Did not realize that at the time. There's 2 of them locally. One directly under me and one in the cave. This zone is just fucking sick with warpers. I got him with my knife, so I'm hoping he's like done with me. There's another one up there. There's another one up there. So there's one here, one in the cave, and one over there. Honestly, it's hard to tell if any of them are being double counted because there's so many of them. So who knows? Gotta get my work done. Get my work done and repair me or my prawn suit when applicable. There's the one in the cave again. It's a bummer because there's a lot of stuff, there's resources over here I'd want to mine, but he might come after me. I take damage when they attack me. I lost like half my health or more in one go. My character's health, not my vehicle's health. Lead. I don't really need lead. That should be silver. That's titanium. More silver, I think. Yeah, that's silver. Maybe the warper won't notice me. And maybe the one that was local won't come back. I think that's just volcanism making all that noise. I don't like it. I don't like surprise noises. Please don't aggro on me. Stay in that cave. Just do your shit over there instead of over here. Keep it going. What was that sound? Those robot noises. Oh, I've got a lot of kyanite now. I don't like that. May want to deal with that. Alright. I can hear the warpers around now. Again. Didn't I get like a defense system for my... I think I got a defense system for my sea moth. If I get something like that for my Cyclops, I would love that, because I could kick these guys off with like a button press or something. There's 7 of them now. That's not good. Let's deal with that first, and then I'll go out and deal with other stuff. I'm iffy about all the sea life that might attack me, so I'm just looking around constantly. What is the... Oh, he's kind of getting away. Oh, there's a warper there. Warper there. Yeah, those rays are pretty big. Yeah. They're hard to get more than once, which is unfortunate because a lot of these guys are going to come back. I have to hit them enough to kill them, otherwise they'll just come back soon. Yep. That's another warper. Why are the warpers so intent on defending this area specifically? Because I'll note that I don't find this area to be particularly infected looking. But the warpers are in every direction I can look in. There's just more and more of them. Alright. Screw it. That's at least better. That's at least better, right? There's still 1 on them. It's fine. I can't get rid of them forever. This whole area is full of them. But they'll drain my shit if I let them keep going. That one's already at 0. Damn. Alright. It's cool. That's why we made so many. Alright, so modification. What do I need? Mark 3. Play steel and kyanite 3. That's not a lot. Not complicated. So, 3 kyanite. And 1 play steel, which I don't think I have any of. It was 2 of you, wasn't it? Yeah. You bet your ass I'm prioritizing this, because if I don't, then I have to deal with freaking, accidentally dying, basically. Another 50 meters and my Cyclops will be destroyed. Like, this is a big deal. Alright, so I need to rip out the Mark II, and then I need to put it in here. Alright, I need to rip out the Mark II, click on this, upgrade it, then put it back in. Huh. I'm stressed about this because it's my entire goddamn ship, so you bet your ass that we're saving. In case this goes horribly, horribly wrong. Can I even build it in here? Because it's in the way. This is a terrible place to build it, except for this exact situation. There it is. You went green for a second there. Aha! It's honestly the best possible place to build it for this exact current moment. Okay. Please don't fall apart immediately. 62%'s not very good. I'm just realizing I should be more prepared because it might catch on fire. It's just one of the things that happens when this place takes damage. There we go. Secondary fire extinguisher. Because I used half of that thing just trying to take care of 1 engine. That was a problem. That's hopefully enough, I hope. Okay.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Ha. 1,700 meters. Did we take even a little bit of damage? I don't think we did because there was no siren. Gross. Little bit of damage. Oh, is it refilling? There it goes. So we were taking damage, but it was repaired on its own because I think that this thing just kind of repairs on its own, or I think at intervals. I think the way it works is that it takes, this thing has like an auto heal, but whenever it takes intervals of damage, it'll require you to physically repair whatever the physical scar is of said damage. And then once you've repaired that, then it'll like auto heal its actual health meter. Come on, there was a good spot for you. Why do you fight me? Yeah, screw it. There we go. I doesn't know which one to put there. I picked the right one. Okay. So we're in a good spot. Things are going well. We have 2 of those things on me right now, but I just got to deal with that, honestly. But I have up. Oop, that one's also new. But I've successfully upgraded my entire system so that, first of all, the prawn suit is badass now. But also my, very importantly, oops, that one would need to be redone. Oh shit. My prawn suit is nice and upgraded instead of being a vanilla-ass prawn suit that just has cool arms. And in addition to that, now all of my all of my depths are upgraded, so now both my prawn suit and my Cyclops can actually survive down here. My prawn suit could not survive already at how deep I've been going, and have limited usefulness as a result. And now my Cyclops was only 50 meters away from going to die soon. So we were on the edge of risky shit. Alright. Oh, these are all... I'm ahead of things right now. 97's a whatever, laser cutter. I should take care of that too. There we go. But repair tool should be equipped. And stasis rifle. There we go. All the vital things. The thing that makes me move fast, the thing that lets me scan, the thing that lets me fight back, the thing that lets me fight back against the really big things, and by fight back I mean stop them and run away, and the repair tool, which could be very vital if anything happens to this thing, because everything goes to shit. Also, fight back or not, I need this thing in order to eat half the time, basically. There's a meaning to all this. Who's that? Hey, lucky you. Nothing super scary yet, just so many warpers. I'm thankful they seem to leave me alone when I'm in here.